Ever wish that you just hadn't asked something? I sure do. It has to do with this student right here. Cindy is perhaps my longest regular student. For almost 4 years now, every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Beijing time, she's been with me. When I take time off, she takes time off. When I'm back, she's back without fail. This student has canceled maybe one time, and her mom was kind enough to send me a WeChat message like at the very last minute and said, "Hey teacher, just want to let you know the weather is too nice. We're playing outside. Enjoy your time off." And I got paid for the class, but without fail. And so needless to say, after 4 years and oh gosh, I don't even know how many classes, we've become really close. I'm watching this child grow up before my very eyes. I think that's one of the hardest things about VIPKID is that we're with them so long. I only worked about a year as a brick and mortar teacher, as a substitute teacher in California, and especially substituting, how connected can you get? But even as a brick and mortar teacher, you get pretty connected over the year, but it's just the natural progression of things. You say hello, you say goodbye. You already know that they're moving on. This is tough. I actually have a date in mind. In a very subtle way, perhaps a very, Chinese way. I kind of wanted to ask, and I kind of wish I didn't. I've kind of come up with a statement that I've been putting in feedback for regular students. I'll just read it to you if anyone's interested. And so I write what I need to write, and then at the very end, I'll kind of pop this in before I do my final, goodbye, or what do you call it? It's not the salutation, it's the end thing. Anyway, I wrote to them, "I recently received a message from VIPKID advising me that students will no longer be able to buy new lesson packages with foreign teachers. They will only be allowed to finish their current lesson packages. I remain committed to teaching Cindy until she doesn't have any more foreign teacher lessons left in her package. I am not sure how much time we have left together, but I promise to remain professional and committed until the end." Like, kind regards, teacher, me, whatever. And I kind of knew that this would almost be like saying, "Hey, how many lessons do you have left?" And sure enough, she told me. She left me feedback and said, "Cindy has 80 foreign teacher lessons left in her package." But it was rather upbeat. It was, I'd expect there to be a bunch of emotion. She wrote something else about, "We will continue to check before buying new lessons." I don't know if she's going to check to see if the regulations have changed. I'm not sure what to think. But either way, going back to what I said at the beginning, I kind of wish I'd never asked. And I think I'm done. I think I've seen most of my regulars this week. I have one more regular that I saw today that I haven't written the feedback about. But I don't even know if I'm going to ask, because it just hurt. When she said 80 lessons, the first thing I did was, "Siri, how many weeks?" Because I figured 40 weeks, right? That I have left, 80 lessons, 40 weeks. What day is 40 weeks from today? And she spit out a day. It's sometime in May. I think it's the 17th. I have this creepy thing about numbers. But yeah, Tuesday, May 17th should be our last class. I refuse to be crazy and actually calculate out the day, but that's the day. I don't know. Will that be the day I leave? This is one student that when I think about staying, I'm going to stay for her. There might be a couple others. I'm thinking of like 3 or 4 others that I'll stay. I mean, for the ones that I told them I'd stay to the end of your package, I will. But especially her. When she's gone, if everybody else leaves before her, I'll still stay for her. But when she's gone, I think I'm done. I'm really done. I'm stuck again. You're just watching me struggle as I talk and I think about this. I think by the time May rolls around, my heart will be ready. This is just life. This was not the first big change in my life. It's not the last. It's not the biggest change that has ever happened. But I am shocked at how much I feel about this. When I started this job back on, gosh, I don't know, sometime in November of 2017, when I started, I was like, oh, this will be an interesting experiment. And I would go in the Hutong and VIPKID Facebook groups, and I totally judged you teachers who had already made connections with your students. I'm like, oh, please, wow, you lost a student, a regular isn't coming back. I just didn't get it, folks. I am sorry. If I ever said anything to you in the Hutong, or I don't know, you ever felt like somebody was kind of like making fun of you about that, it was probably me, and I am sorry, because I get it now. I totally get it. I've gotten it for a while, but I am shocked. Really shocked. All right, well, this hasn't been another stream of consciousness video, but what are you guys doing? Do you dare ask? Are you just doing business as usual? What's your plan? What's your strategy? Or are you like me? Have you asked and now you're like, oh, I regret it. It would have just been nice to teach on and just, I don't know, blissful ignorance. So leave some comments below. Tell me how you're doing. Let's keep processing this, all this stuff together. All right. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Bye.